Started because we're kind of running short on time then.
Okay.
For the purpose of the person taking down this interview, could you say your names first of all?
Okay. I'm Simon Edwards.
I'm Mark Nevin.
I'm Eddi Reader. Oh, right, don't. How are you?
じゃあ早速もう始めちゃっていいですか。
Okay, I guess we'll get started then.
で、一昨日クワトロでやったライブを見て非常に感激したんですけども、やってる本人たちは今回の日本でのライブどんな感じですか。
He was tremendously exhilarated by your show at the Quattro the other night there.
Thank you very much.
I want to know what you guys thought of the performances here in Japan.
We've had a really good time. The audiences have been so responsive and very respectful and just really pleasurable to play to them. It's been great.
How about your own performances? Have you been satisfied with the way things have been going?
Yeah, actually, yeah, we have a great crew with us, and the Japanese crew, from a technical point of view, it's been very together and everything. And
You're never completely satisfied with your own musical performance.
no, that's true. Yeah, you can always do a better one, can't you? Yeah.
But I mean, it's so much of it is to do with the audience, because if they, if the audience are responsive, it just makes you feel good and you want to play better.
More of an idiot when you do it wrong.
特にエディに聞きたいんですけど、昔アルフォンモイエでのコンサートを行って来日して、その時は彼女クレジットカードの人だから給与がすごく安くて、ハンバーガーばっかり非常に寂しい思いをしたんですけど、今回ああいうステージですごくこう華やかになんか昔を思い起こしたりします。
Just saying, this is a question for you, Eddie. You sang backup vocals with Alison Moyet.
And other people. In Japan?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the only time you came here before, right?
Right.
And you said you were being paid on a daily wage and...
No, a weekly wage.
A weekly
wage.
Weekly wage.
But you get per diem. You get per diem,
Right.
which is a daily expense thing.
Uh-huh.
Your weekly wages are given to your bank in Britain.
Oh, I see.
And I didn't have a credit card. I'd never had one. I didn't know what it was like to have one. And I thought I could just change my British money here, and I couldn't. I had to get American money, and that was very difficult. I had to find out. And then there was the other problem of that I was on my own, and I didn't have translators.
You answered this question before we answered it.
That?
You're going to ask about the McDonald's.
Yeah, right, exactly. You didn't actually ask the question, but you know what you're going to say. This is a great business. This whole thing's been scripted in advance. He just was wondering if you were kind of like contrasting the... he
Certainly, yeah. I felt a bit lost. Really, out on a limb, really, because it was so different, and the other side of the world, and I felt, not that the people they were very, very polite. In fact, the Japanese people that I met, if I asked directions, they would practically take me to where I wanted to go with it, going away out of their way to take me there. And I thought that was pretty amazing, but I felt a bit strange just because it was further than I'd ever been away.
But I guess that's no longer the case, though.
No, it's better. It's good now. When we came over, we stopped in Anchorage, and I saw a plane going back to London, and I thought, well, you just have to get here and get back. You'd be all right, You wouldn't be stuck if I got lost or something. I wouldn't be stuck. I would find my way home.
普通に慣れてない。その前にも自分でね言ってしまったっていう答えてしまって。
でも他のメンバーの人々もなんでしょう。だからこの1年間とかいきなりアースシングル参加でボーンと売れてしっかり変わっていたりからこの変化っていうのはどうなんですか。
How about for you guys? The success has been rather sudden and fierce. There must be major changes in your respective lives.
Yeah, I mean, it's very nice to have success, of course. Nice to know that people want to listen to what you do. I don't know. It gives you more confidence in what you're doing.
Have you felt the tangible effects of this newly found stardom?
What do you mean tangible effects?
Are you living it differently now, or are you just more busy?
I'm more busy, I think, main thing. The lifestyle has improved slightly, of course.
It's much, time is very full, stuff and travelling and working and I think it's really nice to. I sometimes get the sort of the pressure of it and the actual constant travelling and working, when you're away from your family and that. The pressure, but it's better than being bored stiff.
Is it pressure though?
Yeah.
The tone of your voice really reflects this sort of almost.
Because there's so many things to cope with that we never really have to cope with. It's like that song by Nils Lofgren, I Came to Dance.
Yeah, sure.
It's a bit like that. It's like we just wanted to make some records and we've got to deal with all sorts of things.
Oh, I see. There's a lot more than you bargained for.
Yeah, we originally set out just to have fun and make music, and of course, there's a lot more involved in that than the business side of it. That can get a bit
Does the pressure mean you're being scrutinized more?
Yes, and everything you do is under scrutiny.
Being in the public eye.
Yeah.
Are you that much in the public eye?
I suppose maybe, not so much as people like Cross, I suppose.
In Spain.
Yeah, right. And it's all new to us.
Yeah, right.
It's still getting used to it.
最初このバンド組んだ時からもうみんなそれぞれミュージシャンとしてのキャリアがあったんで、だから継続するにはおそらくお仕事をしてたと趣味で好きなものをやりたいところから始めたというそうなんですか。
How about when you guys got together to start up the band? Was it kind of just out of fun, or had you planned on world domination through music? What was exactly the design?
Was it to satisfy our own desire to play music that we liked?
That's all just...
Well, we wanted, we wanted to, it was kind of like weird at first, but we wanted to make records, but didn't expect it to be...
Did I? Not true. He did, I didn't. I was rejecting
you wouldn't have,
it totally.
but you wouldn't have made a demo if you want to make a record with me. You wouldn't have made a demo.
You rejected what?
Well, this is my opinion of what I was feeling at the time. At the time, I had come off of an Alice in Way to earning £700 a week, and I'd finished with other bands like the Eurythmics and all other people that I was working with in London, and being totally disenchanted because I came from Scotland, which is in the north of Britain, and I came down to create and sing and have a good time. And consequently, in 6 years, I ended up feeling pressurised, victimised, hurt because of the way I was, or if I didn't wear the right clothes, I was frowned on. If I didn't act sexually enticing to some men, I was, what was I doing? In the business and pop side of music business, and I felt that if I was going to do anything, I wanted to sing songs which made me feel good and to hang with anybody else. I mean, I wanted to make a demo, and if it didn't get a deal, it was for me personally to make that music, to feel that I had something that I could always go, well, this is mine, even if I never played it to anybody else in the world. That was mine. And I went on holiday. Mark spent a while playing the demo to a lot of people, and he got an awful lot of interest through it. And when I came back, there was lots of people interested in it. What do you have to offer? What do you want from us? I would say, and it was like they were willing to let us make music on our own terms, which is basically fine. I said, as long as you don't want me to do anything different from what I like, then that's fine. So that was how I got involved in Mark and Roy and Simon.
What does it mean? I was just asking the rough translation of it. We're kind of running short on time, so get us in the translation.
Okay.
でだからコンサート見ててもやっぱりなんか自分の歌なんか演奏とかサウンドとかじゃなくて歌に込められた感じのスタイルが大事なんですよ。まあそれを確認してほしいんだけど
歌そのものに
だからなんつったら、そう歌そのもの歌の歌詞の内容とか、そういうのが自分の歌なんだっていう感じがするわけで、ね、集中してると、だからその歌というか気持ちをこう伝えるっていう感じだったので、彼らの曲のほとんどマークっていうバンドの彼らの曲の、歌詞のほとんどがすごい悲惨な悲劇的な悲しい歌なわけ、で例えば入日前に何も今もとない好きだから私救いが一点だけあるんだけど、それも悲惨だから、やっぱそういうふうにみんな自分たちの歌を歌いたいっていうのから始めてするとか、やっぱなんかマークにする歌詞とかみんな共感持って歌えるから、そこから始まったの。
Right, a long question. About your approach to the music. You noted, first of all, that there seems to be an intense sort of personal element in the music. You're talking about wanting to come up with something that it could be yours. He cites the example of you in his mind, about a person who doesn't have anything except the moon. And he describes that as kind of a common element throughout your music. And it's sort of very tragic tone to much of the lyrical content.
But optimistic too.
Optimistic as well. Okay.
And that you're happy with that, I mean, Mark wrote that song, but, it's like, I've only got the moon, but that's fine, That's good enough.
それで後半の方は何だったの？要点。
だからそういう、なんか惨めなんだけど僕は救いがあるっていうさ、メンバー全員がなんかそういう気持ちなのかな、実生活とかさ、共感できる。
Is that message there? I mean, you talk about that as being one that's, I guess there's an implied optimism there. Is that something like a message you've gleaned from your own personal experiences so far?
Yeah, it is. I mean, when the songs on the first album, when I wrote, most of those I was living in a really kind of crappy situation and very broke. What I wanted to do with my music was very difficult to achieve because of all sorts of different reasons, and it was just what I was doing wasn't fitting with the rest of it. And but I was just determined, and sort of just soldier on and to achieve what I wanted to achieve, to satisfy my desire to write songs and I'm optimistic and it's a really positive thing. Time, there's so much, so many bad things in the world, and we've tried to make music that appeals to the better part of people's nature instead of the worst.
So that is kind of a common element throughout the music. Mark, you write most of the lyrics as well?
もしそうだとすれば、今もうなんか全然28年の時代だったら、希望が叶ったり、 逆に言えばそれはアーティスティックな意味で言えばなんか実生活がそうなってたから許可されないとかなんかどんどん自分で変わっているかな。
I guess that, having achieved your current status, that is a fairly popular band, you no longer have to cope with sort of the rougher side of life.
Kidding on you.
No, I mean like the weekly gigs, and I mean obviously there's other stuff.
That is the good side of life. I mean, the rougher side of life, as far as I'm concerned, is being asked to do things that you don't want to do, or you still have problems with your boyfriends, your husbands,
Right.
your children. You still have
Got
all
new
those-
problems, and especially business problems. The stuff that you got to cope with.
Sometimes poverty is a good thing, Sometimes it's quite good not to have a dilemma as to, I've got £2,000, and suddenly everybody wants you to buy them a drink, It's like, you've got there's different things come with having a bit of money.
So you still feel the need to feel optimistic, that you need to look up every now and then.
Yeah, you got to, yeah.
It's not like you're on top of the world now.
Oh no, no. I think there's a danger if you. I don't think you can ever afford to relax and like that. I don't think that's right, really. I think
And anyway,
there are
money
always
doesn't
new
bring
challenges,
solutions.
and there are always new things to challenge what you believe and everything. I think that's good.
It's just, I mean, it's really nice to know that your music has got value to people and it moves them, and when you're sort of really hard up and you're not doing what you want to do, it's like people who are unemployed, their spirits are very low and they just feel they haven't got a worth in the world, so it's really nice to have the experience of going and playing to people and seeing them respond to you and feeling that you have got some personal value, and that's the most satisfying thing, I think.
So it's not,
で例えばマークとか結構自然のとか彼自然のクーラーとシャイだ4年間もあるんですよね。でだからそういう恋の憧れみたいなすごいリリカルそういう部分があったみたいなこと言ってましたけど、今実際どうなんですか？考えてはいる。
Apparently, Mark, you said in another interview that you were able to deal with the rather sensitive side of human feelings or romance because you went for 4 years without a girlfriend.
Celibacy is the key to good songwriting.
I don't know. Maybe that got a bit
What exactly
twisted.
did you say? I mean, I should.
I don't know, actually.
I got kind of a rough description of what you said there. What exactly was
No,
controversial?
No, what it was that was ages ago. An interviewer in London said, "Did the fact that I had no girlfriend is that why I wrote all these songs that are like, it's got to be perfect or find my love, and they were all, and they were. There wasn't so much I could deal with those things because I didn't have a girlfriend, so I just wrote a load of songs like look forward to having a girlfriend, or remembered when you did have one, that's all."
So
I've got one now, by the way.
Okay. But writing the song was kind of out of a longing for that type of relationship.
Yeah, well, when you write a song, if it's subjective, it expresses how you feel, then you're going to be writing about what situation you're in.
So you don't approach that kind of subject matter.
Well, to some degree. I'm more interested now because I write from my own personal experience generally. I'm interested in sort of tackling, staying inside a relationship and writing about the problems that has and the good side of that as well. And so that's what I'm doing now.
It sounds like a diary.
Well, it is a bit,
It
it is, people who've known me for a long time, it's sort of weird for them when they say like Eve, my girlfriend, there's that song Moon in the Rain, that's when we used to always walk down the embankment in London by the Thames, and and she remembers when I wrote that song ages ago, and like 4 people would be Eddi and her would be the only people who ever heard it, you know. And then she comes to a concert hall and there's 2,500 people singing her words, and it's really a strange experience. You know.
だから例えばエディだったら彼女がもし出産した後に、やっぱボイスでのメインパフォーマンスが当然注目されるわけです。その中で自分の環境の変化っていうのがあるわけで、であれば例えば昔の曲をすごく大事なかったりとか愛がかったりとか、そういう自分のされていたり
This is a question for you. You had a baby during the last year. Has that obviously experience affects a woman quite a bit? Has it had any effect on you and the way you perform? Like you approach songs different? The songs mean different things to you now?
No, I don't think so. I mean, there's certainly a lot more things that possibly I'm experiencing now that, for example, Mark hasn't experienced, and so therefore he wouldn't write a song about it. Whereas before, all the songs, you know, I can sing them because I experienced them. So the only, it doesn't change anything. It's just anticipating that there's a lot more things to sing about. Well, then you kind of love this new relationship. Makes you feel a bit more warm. I don't know. I don't think it changes the thing.
That's interesting because when a person becomes a parent, I think the self-image changes.
Yeah, that probably has, but I mean, I still have the same emotional capacity. I still get touched by the same things, even more sentimental probably than I would be. You know, I am a very sentimental person. I'm a very Scottish emotional, passionate person. So, therefore, my way of showing that is by singing. So, I still have this passion. Having Charlie intensifies it more, probably. That's it. If it's going to change, it's probably going to change. That it's become more. I get more dreamy and more starry-eyed at things.
例えばバンド全体でグリップを表現したりしてるし、でもうこの日本に来てまでバスになるとか、いわゆるプロモーションとかそういう感じの仕事をすごくどうもしていかなきゃならないとなればやっぱりそういうビジネスサイドはなんかやっぱり前に比べてあくまでシェフやる側の方向にしていくだからそういうビジネスでプロモーションとかやってるうちになんかファーストイメージとかで自分たちのなんかアーティスティックなサイドがスポイルされたりはない。
Is it possible that your newfound commercial success, I mean, I guess you guys won that, what's that award? The Brits award now, what's it doing? You know, you saw more record. Can commercial success erode the artistic value of what you're doing at all? Do you have to be careful of that, or can you just stay natural?
I don't think it's a problem for us at all. I mean, I can see it how it could be a problem, but you know, we make our music with the same attitude as we did when we did it, you know, in front of 20 people.
You know, that's what everybody says, and it's a very common question in interviews, what he's asking here. And the answer always is, well, you know, success hasn't changed me. But I would imagine subconsciously you must be thinking, well, this song I'm about to write is going to be listened to by, 100,000 people,
that way,
a million people.
But you've got to kind of forget that to a certain degree. Although we did actually change the lyric in the song because it's a bit hard to explain it without going into it. But because no, I won't go into that. It's impossible to explain without going off about 4 hours. But you've got responsibility,
Uh-huh.
you know, so I mean,
Do you mean like responsibility for remaining, keeping your integrity intact, or responsibility of staying?
well, I mean, if you think that, you know, lots of people are going to listen to what you're saying, then you should say something worth listening to.
Uh-huh.
You know, you shouldn't, like some bands like Guns N' Roses or something, and then, you know, their lyrics are racist and anti-gay and all sorts of things. It's wrong, you know,
That's irresponsible.
very irresponsible, because there's lots of young kids thinking that's cool to
Uh-huh.
be anti-gay and
Right.
racist, and it's just not acceptable.
Uh-huh.
例えばなんかそのマスキングやるとか、アフターアルバムのイメージとか、シングル曲のイメージとか、なんか重荷になってきたりする。重荷になったりしてないかということは、だからそういうファーストアルバムのイメージとか、なんか重荷になって次の作品とか新しい作りにくくなったりしてないか。
要するにファーストアルバムが売れたから。どういうこと？重荷になるってどういう意味？
要するにね、趣味っていうか、それで趣味
結構さっきの質問とねダブってるような気もするけどね。結構その辺は答えてると思う。
次のアルバムを
We're getting the eye here, so one last question. You give
But big one.
Has there been much thought about what the next album's going to sound like? Are you guys going to just stay in the same mode, or have there been revolutionary or new developments?
Well, we've been playing a lot of the songs that we will record, you know, so you know, there's slight differences, but it's just a natural evolution from the first film. We've not decided to put any close bass on it or anything, you know. Perhaps we'll use some strings this time. Should be new for us.
But nothing really radically different from what you were doing before.
But then again, every song has got, you know, different style. We're doing a reggae song, you know, things like that, and we've got one that's sort of more rockier than we've ever done in the sound. But we have to try everything. But we're trying to keep, you know, to keep all those different styles together, you've got to have a kind of strong identity to the sound. It's important to maintain that, especially at this stage.
Okay, I guess our interview's been officially ended.
Thank you.